Yes, welcome to Pratiksha Academy Dharwad. Today we are going to continue with continuity and differentiability multiple choice questions which were occurred in the previous Karnataka CET question papers. So I have selected question paper 2010. So in that one of the question is the given function f of x is mod x minus 2 plus x is, the question is on continuity as well as differentiability. So let me consider in sum of two functions, let one function be mod x minus 2, let another function be h of x, let it be x. And we all know that this mod x minus 2 is continuous at x equal to 2 as well as x equal to 0. It is easy to understand. If you remember the graph of this mod x minus 2, I hope you remember mod x minus 2 graph. Okay, so x dash, y and y dash, if you remember the line. Okay, so this is a graph of the function. This is at x is equal to 2. Okay, at x equal to 2 the function is 0. Therefore we can observe that this function is continuous at x equal to 2 as well as 0. Similarly, if we observe h of x function, it is also continuous for all the real numbers, because this is this graph, you know, the line which is passing through the origin, right? Hence it is easy to understand, if g is continuous, h is continuous, then g of h, g plus h, that is the sum, is also continuous at x equal to 0 as well as 2. That becomes the property of continuity. Hence it is easy to understand the answer option 2 is correct in this case. Suppose if you try to draw the graph of this function, I repeat, suppose if you try to draw the graph of this function. Okay, so you can understand here we have x dash, y dash, the sum of these two functions, it is at x equal to 2 and at this point. So what you can observe, so at this point, that is 2 comma 2, x equal to 2, hence the y is also equal to 2. At this point you can observe that the function is continuous. So without lifting your pen from the paper, you can draw this graph. Hence in this case option is 2. Let's go for the next question. If f of x is the greatest integer function, I repeat, f of x is an greatest integer function, and we all know that greatest integer function means, you can understand what is the answer for greatest integer function. 1 is 1. What is the answer for greatest integer function? 2 is 2. But even between, if you take 1 to 2 interval, it is continuous. Okay, therefore it is not continuous for all the real terms, so hence option A is wrong. It is only continuous at rational values? No, that is also you cannot say. It is only continuous at positive integer values is also false. Hence the only option is for all the non-integral values, that is for all the decimals. The function is continuous. Again, if you recall the graph of this function, I hope you remember. Okay, so it is I used to remember it as a dumbbells graph. It is easy to understand. Okay, So here what you can observe is this function is continuous only in the interval, that is visualize. Yes, it is all less than or equal to. It is all less than or equal to conditions. Less than or equal to conditions. Okay, less than or equal to conditions. And this function is, you can observe that this function is continuous in the integral values, decimal values. See that you can draw the graph without lifting pen from the paper for the decimals. Hence, for all non-integral values, the function is continuous. Let us consider if three functions f of x, g of x, and x of x are given. What is the relation? The relation is here h of x is equal to f of x into g of x. This is condition number 1. And as also given f dash of x into g dash of x equal to c is the second condition. Hence the question is f double dash of x divided by f of x plus g double dash of x divided by g of x plus 2c divided by f of x into g of x is the given question. So let me differentiate the first function. Therefore what I'll get, h dash of x is equal to f of x into g dash of x plus g of x into f dash of x. This is first differentiation. Okay, again if you differentiate this function h double dash of x is equal to, you have to apply here product rule. Okay, I'll keep f of x as it is, the derivative of g dash is g double dash of x plus g dash of x as it is, and f of x is f dash of x. That becomes only first part. Now for the second part, this differentiation g of x as it is, f double dash of x, f dash of x as it is, g dash of x. So if you recall from the given condition, it is given that f dash of x and g dash of x together it is c. So there are two such cases. Here it is f dash of x into g dash of x. So let me take it as, so what you can observe is f of x into g double dash of x plus g of x into f double dash of x. So as it is, c is added 2 times, hence it is 2c. Okay, now if you observe carefully from the question, it is divided by f of x, g of x is there. I repeat, divided by f of x and g of x. Hence let me divide the LHS and RHS by f of x and g of x. Okay, hence what you can observe, h double dash of x divided by f of x into g of x, f of x into g of x must be equal to, so what you can observe, we'll get g double dash of x divided by g of x, because f of x get cancelled, and here we'll get f double dash of x divided by f of x, because g of x get cancelled, and here we have as it is 2c divided by f of x into g of x. Now from the given first condition, so what is f of x into g of x? F of x into g of x is nothing but h. Hence what is LHS value? H double dash of x divided by h of x is the only possibility. This is becomes required RHS. Hence what should be the answer in this case? H double dash of x divided by h of x. Let's go for the next question. The derivative of the function, there is a function f of x is equal to e to the power ax into cos bx with respect to x is, after differentiation, I repeat, after differentiation your answer is f dash of x is equal to, what has given is r into e to the power ax into cos of bx plus tan inverse of b by a. Okay, then find the value of r is the question. So for this I'll just tell you a shortcut. Try to understand. Let me consider a triangle. Okay, I'll just draw a triangle. Let us consider a triangle. Okay, so I'll define tan theta here. Let me define tan theta. Okay, you might be thinking why I'm defining only tan theta. Here is the hint. Okay, so what is tan theta? Tan theta is opposite divided by adjacent. Hence what should be the diagonal value? It must be equal to square root of a square plus b square. Hence your answer must be equal to root of a square plus b square. Even if you differentiate and if you check, you'll get the same answer. So this is the best way of understanding the solution. Next, if x is equal to a cos cube theta and y is equal to a sin cube theta is the given problem. X equal to a cos cube theta and y is equal to a sin cube theta is the given function. The question is to find dy by dx. To make it easy, let me raise the power by x raised to 2 by 3 means 2 by 3. What you can observe, we get a raised to 2 by 3 and 3 get cancelled. What we get is only cos square theta. Y raised to 2 by 3 and again a to the power 2 by 3 and we'll be getting sin square theta. So let us add equation number 1 and equation number 2. Hence what we'll get is x to the power t by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 must be equal to a to the power 2 by 3. Why? Because cos square theta plus sin square theta equals to 1. Now you have to differentiate or differentiation with respect to x. So we'll get n into x raised to n minus 1, n into x raised to n minus 1 into y dash or y1, and constant differentiation is 0. Hence dividing throughout by 2 by 3. So what you will get is 1 divided by cube root of x plus 1 divided by cube root of y into y1 equal to 0. Multiplying throughout by 3 into 3 by 2, or you can divide the equation by 2 by 3. Hence what is y dash is equal to? Y dash is equal to, you can observe, minus cube root of x and taking this term to the RHS is cube root of y, or else together what we can say, together it is cube root of y by x is the solution. Okay, together my answer is cube root of y by x, that to minus, that to minus. Hence option B is correct. Okay, I hope you understood the trick now. Let's go for the next question. If y is equal to tan inverse of root x square minus 1, then find the ratio of double derivative with to the first derivative. So let us consider what is y is equal to tan inverse of root of x square minus 1. Okay, that is easy to understand. Let us substitute, put x is equal to secant theta, so that the function is converted to tan inverse of what is root of secant square theta minus 1, secant square theta minus 1. Okay, what is secant square theta minus 1 is nothing but y is equal to tan inverse of tan square theta. Square root of tan square theta is only tan theta. Hence what we have is only theta. Hence what should be the value of y? Y must be equal to secant inverse of x. Secant inverse of x. Therefore on differentiating, so we'll get y dash is equal to 1 divided by, so you must remember what is secant inverse x differentiation. The differentiation of secant inverse x is 1 divided by x into root of x square minus 1. This becomes y dash value. Now again you have to differentiate this function, right? So what we'll be getting is y double dash is equal to, okay, so 1 divided by f of x value minus 1 divided by f of x whole square, that becomes x square into x square minus 1 into differentiation of these terms, x as it is 2x divided by 2 root of x square minus 1 plus root x square minus 1 into differentiation of x is 1, so which is equal to minus 1 divided by x square into x square minus 1. 2 get cancels in this case. What we get is x square by taking LCM, x square minus 1 divided by root of x square minus 1. So x square is 2x square minus 1 into 2x square minus 1 divided by x square into x square minus 1 to the power 3 by 2, because x raised to 1 by 2, okay, 3 by 2, or you can keep it as it is. Now you should take the double derivative to the first, y double dash divided by y dash derivative. What is y double dash? What you can observe is 1 minus 2x square divided by x square into x square minus 1 into root of x square minus 1, okay, into what is y dash? Y dash is reciprocal, x into root of x square minus 1. So which term get cancelled? So you can observe that which term get cancelled is here 1x get cancelled, and x square minus 1 get cancelled. So what you can observe is the final answer for this function is 1 minus 2x square divided by x square minus 1 into x. 1 minus 2x square divided by x into root of x square minus 1. Hence option 4 is correct. Let's go for the next question. So in this problem root r is given. So root r is equal to a e raised to theta cot alpha. Okay, to make it easy, let me take logarithm. So from the logarithm property, it is easy to understand. I'll be getting 1 by 2 log r is equal to log m plus log n, which is nothing but theta cot alpha, where log of e to the base e is always equal to 1. Okay. Hence, so now you differentiate on differentiation. on differentiation. So 1 by 2 as it is, what will get? 1 by r into dr by d theta. So we are differentiating with respect to theta. Don't forget, with respect to theta we are differentiating. So what is differentiation of constant? 0. A differentiation of theta with respect to theta is 1. Okay. Now let us consider dr by d theta is equal to, take your remaining terms to the RHS, that becomes 2r cot alpha. Try to understand, 2r cot alpha. Now again differentiating with respect to theta. So what we will be getting is d square r by d theta square must be equal to 2 cot alpha is a constant into dr by d theta. From the first relation, it is, you can observe from this star relation, what is dr by d theta? So 2 cot alpha. So from this relation it is easy to understand, the answer for this dr by d theta is 2r cot alpha. So if you simplify these two, we are getting 4r cot square alpha, isn't it? So after simplification we will be getting 4r cot square alpha. Hence if you take this term to the LHS, if you take d square r by d theta square minus 4r cot square alpha must be equal to 0. Hence you need to understand what is the answer in this case, 0. Okay, let's go for the next question. The derivative of tan inverse of sin x by 1 plus cos x with respect to tan inverse of cos x by 1 plus sin x. So before that, let us simplify the function. Okay, so let me take here u is equal to tan inverse of sin x divided by 1 plus sin x, which you can write it as 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 and whole divided by 1 plus cos x can be written as 2 cos square x by 2. Hence 2 get cancel, cos function get cancel. What we have is tan inverse of tan x by 2. Hence what should be the u value? X by 2. Okay. Similarly we'll consider v is equal to, what is v is equal to? Tan inverse of this cos x can be written as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2 and whole divided by 1 plus sin x can be written as cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 whole square. So after all the simplification we are getting tan inverse of, okay, so numerator is in the form of a square minus b square, denominator is a plus b whole square. So after all simplification we will be getting 1 minus tan x by 2 divided by 1 plus tan x by 2, which is nothing but tan inverse of tan of pi by 4 minus x by 2, which is nothing but pi by 4 minus x by 2. Hence u dash upon v dash, okay, differentiating u with respect to v, that is u dash upon v dash. What is u dash value? 1 by 2. What is v dash value? Minus 1 by 2. So what should be the final answer? Minus 1. Therefore what is the answer in this case? Minus 1 is the right answer. I hope you understood the solution. Okay, next. So we have d by dx of cos inverse of cot inverse of root 2 plus x divided by 2 minus x. So let me make it very simple. So let us go on simplifying function as follows. 2 plus x divided by 2 minus x is one of the function. So let me substitute in place of x, put x is equal to 2 cos 2 theta. I repeat, I am substituting x is equal to 2 cos 2 theta. Okay, and hence the denominator remains the same, 2 minus 2 cos 2 theta. 2 take 2 common, get cancelled, we remains with only 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to, this becomes 2 cos square theta divided by 2 sin square theta, which is equal to cot square theta. Okay, now it is easy to understand, if within the square root this cot square is converted to only cot theta. Therefore what we have is d by dx of, okay, cos square as it is, cot inverse as it is. So within the square root this function is converted to only cot theta, which is equal to d by dx of cos square theta, because cot inverse of cot theta is only theta. So what is differentiation of cot square theta? Cos square theta can be with respect to x, if you differentiate we'll get, this is very important, 2 cos theta, and differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta into d theta by dx. This is very important, into d theta by dx. Or else can I write this as minus of sin 2 theta into d theta by dx, okay. Therefore I'll keep this as minus sin 2 theta as it is. Now question is how to find d theta by dx. To find d theta by dx, let me use this function. Let us differentiate with respect to theta. What is dx by d theta? Is equal to minus 2 sin 2 theta into 2, that becomes minus 4 sin theta. Okay, so that becomes, this is reciprocal of dx by d theta, hence we'll be getting minus 1 divided by 4 sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta get cancelled. What should be the final answer? 1 by 4. Hence what is the answer in this case? 1 by 4. Clear? Now let us continue the next question. So this function, whatever he has given, you have to rewrite f of x is equal to, okay, sin square x, I'll keep numerator as it is, I'm not disturbing numerator, whereas in the denominator let me write it as cot can be written as cos by sin. Hence what you can observe is in the denominator, if you convert it to cos by sin, we'll be getting cos x plus sin x divided by sin x, but when it goes to numerator that becomes only numerator sin x. Similarly here we'll be getting cos square x into cos x divided by sin x plus cos x. So after taking LCM and all, we'll be getting sin cube x plus cos cube x divided by sin x plus cos x. Okay, now this you have to solve it using a cube plus b cube. What is a cube plus b cube? If you remember that, a plus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Hence what I'll be getting is sin square x plus cos square x plus sin x into cos x. whereas denominator sin x plus cos x, numerator sin x plus cos get cancelled. So what remains is only 1 plus sin x into cos x. Now this function we have to differentiate. What is f dash of x is equal to differentiation of constant 0, sin x as it is, differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, plus cos x as it is, differentiation of sin x is cos x. Hence we will be getting cos square x minus sin square x. So at x equal to 45 degree, these both functions are equal. Therefore what should be the answer? F dash of pi by 4 must be equal to 0. Must be equal to 0. Clear? Next, cos inverse of y by b is equal to n into log of x by n is a given function. So on differentiating with respect to x, on differentiation, so we'll be getting 1 divided by root of minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus y square upon b square into y dash b is equal to n into 1 divided by x by n into differentiation of x by n is 1 by n. So what you can observe, n term get cancelled. So if you take simplification in this part, we'll be getting minus b y dash divided by root of b square minus y square into b is equal to n divided by x. Okay, so now which term get cancelled here? b get cancelled. So what we have is minus x y dash is equal to n into root of b square minus y square. This is by taking cross multiplication, isn't it? So when you take cross multiplication, so we are getting these many expressions. Hence if you take xy to the RHS, that becomes xy dash plus root n square minus b square. Hence what you can observe, your answer in this case is option B is correct. Okay, so we'll continue with the one more part in the next session.